splitting into this. Cheers. Okay, good late morning, everyone. Michael Venezia, head trader at Tradeview Markets. It is the first day of September. You know what I mean? Time to take stock of what you did this last month. It's irrelevant to me. It's day by day. But I don't really look at my numbers. I have a feeling if I'm trading well, good things happen. If I'm trading poorly, bad things happen. There's a show on CNBC called The Profit, Marcus Lamont. I do take my numbers very seriously in terms of margins, commissions, obviously in the Tradeview with traders traded, where traders trade. I mean, it's built by a trader. I sat next to Tim for years, 20 years ago, and we traded next to each other. And now here I am, the head trader, and it's by no accident that a former trader created the best spreads and the best platform, and it's traded by, I'm not going to say I'm the best trader out there, but certainly through almost a 30-year career at an arguable high level, I have a right to give an opinion. So let's sign in today. All right, first day of the month, a little window dressing going on from yesterday. And today I'll sign into TradeGATEHub just like everybody else. Okay. For those that missed any of Monday we're closed, by the way, being Labor Day in America. For anybody that missed any videos, I implore everyone to go to the red YouTube button. It's what we do. Coach gives his videos. I give my videos. We both give our videos Tuesday and Thursday. Here we go, garnishing 200 views. Well done. Well done. 473 views for the coach's guest yesterday. And by the way, let me go to my Twitter feed just to show you how active we are. Coach's guest yesterday, which I did listen to, and everybody should have, was where is this? He tweeted, "Nice call, Andy, for staying bearish yesterday on the TLT." And that was where you can go back and watch yesterday's video, which had a decent amount of views. And that's because a Tradeview would bring quality over quantity. So if you missed anything, go back to the YouTube channel or go back to TradeGATEHub. And we'll start with today. You know what? I'm going to my screen. A lot of people, listen, it's a thinner. I don't really believe in the holiday things where lighter volume. If there's something to be done, trust me, anybody could do anything at any given time. Pardon me, like myself. So I don't believe in that thin holiday trading. Although Monday isn't a holiday, and if you didn't make your money, by now in a stock, like let's look at something like a Cisco. I don't know what you're going to do. That keeps going up. PDD had earnings, a power earnings gap right through the flag, best of breed. Rested on that previous day high from 92 to 102. Chinese stocks were on fire again this morning. Now Bob is above the 200 day. JD, not really anything. A BEKE. Oh, you know what the one is? Good range. Baidu. That's the one. That's the one. Baidu is the one. It has been the one, and it will be the one. So it's Baidu. Look at it, NetEase. NetEase not bad. What was the one taking call action? Let's look at the small spec ones. IQ, no interest. It's Baidu, and it's PDD. And you know what? I mean, it's one of these. Bob is like one of these stocks like Apple or don't you got to own it or not own it? It's not really a trade. One day it just pops like that. You know what I mean? For no rhyme or reason. Now it's good, but it does that and falls back. We'll have to see what it does later on in the day. Amazon, a little profit taking. Google, a little profit taking. You can see the rope, floating into some of these low floaters. VFS, by the way, 28. Nice cover, 66. Mike V left $40 on the table, but that's okay. Where's my cover on 61? It was right here. Boom. Right here. 58 maybe, right at this gapper. 28. All right, left 30 on the table. Not as bad as I Array still acting well. Chart holding. With the stocks. Riven, actually, we talked about it. Trying to base around that 200 day and then kind of building that little cup. It is now still, it looks better than it does on the chart. Maybe a day of rest would be needed. What else do we have here? Oh, stock still acting well, like a Splunk. There you go. This Splunk had good earnings. They're very similar to a PDD situation. How about Adobe? So looking, maybe giving back a little Twilo now in the buy. You know what? I bought a little Twilo. I'm in. They got me. I'm in. It's almost like a Baba to a degree. To a degree. You know what I mean? That type of shot. Twilo, I'm in. Good earnings. I like it. Really didn't implode like not implode. Is that really a good thing to have some sort of buy signal? I don't really think so. A stock not imploding, but Twilo, I bought. What else did I do? Snow keeps going. Actually, you know what? Snow's basing it had the earnings. You know what? Snow is. It turned into like a Microsoft type of move. It doesn't really even move. And the stock of the day is this FUTU. There you go. That's the one. Chinese financials goes with Tiger. You might have heard of it. Oh, I took that off my screen. I don't know why. I should have been building this Tiger just like PDD. It had a big move up. The next day it closed right here. PDD the same thing. That day it closed. Next day right here. FUTU. How you know? So it goes FUTU, PDD, Baidu, Baba is a laggard. If you want to play the other little floaters, okay. Krem had it due the day after earnings. The software closed on the low, still on the low. I don't know if that's necessarily I'd be looking one to buy. It's maybe a type of fund stocks where I'll take a stab. I certainly don't like it closing, but the other ones, I really like Microsoft. Oh, you know what? They're still acting poorly. I'll give it that. So maybe they are worse than I thought. Let me go. What else? You know, stock. Oh, here's an IOT. One day up, boom, IOT. Now, how you doing? IOT. It was just $29 IOT when I got on the air. $29.92. They ripped it back up. I'm in a loan. What else is going on? Apache, CCJ acting well, FCX act well, GDXJ. I short a bunch of that today. Didn't cover it well. Actually, kind of covered it well. I was scrambling for something. Disney. There it is. I don't know if this is the new for Disney. If you want to look at news for Disney, or this is something I would do, this is how I look up news. I go to my Twitter feed and I go search DIS because I only follow about 80 people. They trust me. No, that's not really no. You know, the latest Disney charter watershed moment. Charter made it completely prepared for Disney to drop the permit. All right. So Disney's getting dropped. I don't even think that's what the new CEO, you know, this is almost acting like a retail stock. It almost needs another 6 months for things to start turning around for them to show something. It's not like a stock where all the bad news is out. Almost like a Macy's, a Disney needs, you know, these major things, you know, it's not like a technology stock where things move so quickly. This needs a little bit of time. This is a 6-month restructuring, short-term situation, just like a Macy's to a degree. So, you know, Disney, look at the other ones, Para. Nope, it's over. Comcast, that held in there, I think. Well, it held in there today. So the bottom line is they don't want news channels. So that's it. So that's it for them. What else are we playing? Nike, you good? Harvey, long week. Actually, a long arrow week. D-Dog acting well, still going up insider selling. AAOI was there. There's Cisco still. STX, Alexis, where were you? Said the chips were acting well in Western Digital and STX had news yesterday. I don't know why I'm not in them. And the more I think about it, the more freaking upset I am. Stuck. All right, what else? Next. I like those stocks too. Carvana, Upstart, Coin gave it back. Array still hanging in, like I said before. Golds, you know, here it is. The other one I wanted to bring up, Exxon. You know, Exxon and even Chevron are bifurcated, coach. Chevron can't do it. Exxon can. So Exxon's the one. It's almost like PDD as opposed to an Intel. Although Intel, we did have some overnight. I traded poorly. Nice gap. I mean, it's in the same area. So if I don't have any questions, let's look what's moving right now because that's what really matters. And we'll look at Wise Guys because Monday's a holiday. I'm not going to be doing much coming in the share screen, doing the rest of the day. Okay. Most active. Percent gears, 15 minutes. TOP IOT. That's ripping back up IOT. Typical. I'm going to short 200. Actually, you know what? I'm going to short 600. There it is, my IOT. I stored it a little around right here. My average price is what? 30.13. Why? It's up 30%. I know I feel like Sienna was, I feel it's a Sienna. Sienna was the same thing, in my opinion, although chart looks a lot better. Sienna, I'm sorry. There's the IO chart. Sienna, I had a short. I actually should never works on the gap up, always fails. I'm shorting it on the gap up on 50, 67, covering it at what? Almost a $2 trade. That's a different story. I think if I'm not right, I mean, if I'm wrong there, I'm going to take off. I'll take it off. You know what I mean? I don't want to be finagling this thing, although, you know, I just, there it is again. It's acting better than I think it is. Paul's probably upset with me. Tesla gave it all back. Tesla, I was told to sell it today. I'm not going to lie. For those that are interested, Square, PDD, covered it right before I came on here. Why did I cover short PDD? Trade. Here's the daily. I don't know. Why did I do 103? The weekly. Actually, maybe I got in it too early. I traded small, got out of it, wasn't working my way. Let's look at the losers and most active for the day. How about this? Percent losers, intraday, what's moving with volume. VFSW, no interest. ICCT, former hottest stock on the board. VFS needs no introduction. Olin, that had a lot of news about the CEO leaving. And that's more macro than anything. I'll look at that. That's a story afterwards about Olin. You know what, Olin? It's just because one of these like generation extra stocks that I grew up with going back, I don't know how many years, man. These things used to move. You know what I mean? They used to buy 40,000 shares of Olin at like 18. Not anymore though. Next. All right, what else? We'll leave with movers, comments, and wise guys. All right. Pager duty. I saw this morning. The dip and the rip on pager duty. That news closed at 25, 22.60 straight up to 24. Made its move. Not interested. Although you wanted to hold this double base here. 23.40 on pager duty if you want to try to take this or a capitulation, but trade's over in my opinion. PD, Para mentioned, CLSK, LEBD, Tesla, the other Tesla, Dollar General. Is that down 7 again? Oh, Dollar General. There's a stock you want to trade with range, price action, and volume. I mean, Dollar General. How would I trade this? If I didn't know about it today, how would I do it? I would have shorted it right through here, 135. Yesterday's opening range, 135. Then I would have gotten 131. But let's look at the bigger picture. Is it still going lower? It probably is. Dollar General. It's not RSI. Dollar General, 123. Dollar General. Listen, I would have to coddle it a little bit more than I like to, but Dollar General looks like the short. They even Ollie's bargain basement. They even sold that one off. That was breaking out yesterday, and they said, "No, we'll take our profits on Ollie, 80 to 72, $8 move and change." What else is going here? I think I can feel it. Where is it? This freaking thing. All right, it's all right. QS is that freaking thing bouncing. What else am I doing? BMT, Meds, AMC, very active. HE, I wouldn't touch it over the weekend. Wayfair is shorted a little. I'm not going to lie. Wayfair is shorted right. Am I on the right charts? Wayfair shorted right against the 21 day on the daily. I'm not going to give it much, but it's it's a dog. Amazon. Oh, and also Amazon went negative. So I shorted a little Wayfair. What are you going to do? I think I short 3,000 shares or something. My price is what? The solid yellow white line, 71.30. Before I came on the air, was up in the basket. But really, the futures must be moving up. Futures doing nothing. The VIX, it's over. You know what I mean? Like I said at the beginning, I wouldn't anything that you would do now at this point. We'll look at wise guys. I would be prepared to be married to if it doesn't make a dramatic move your way going into the holiday weekend. There's nothing wrong with being married, but just know who you're in bed with. Let's finish with the sweepers. Okay, I mean, a little after 11:20 on the Friday, first day of the month, or the Friday into a shortened weekend. Come on. So let's see what happens. All right, so it's 11:12. I'm not going to go back to the open because I've been posting. Put calls haven't curled higher yet. Everybody's still bearish, bullish. Disney, Tesla calls, Gap's bullish. Disney, there it is. Disney. Sell, 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 buy. This is going back to 1995 and change. It's getting to a buy from 90 to 35. Right now it's 83, right, Disney? 81. I don't want to scare anybody off. I'm looking at about 81. Oh, this is it, 81. All right, so it's a long-term buy here. You know what? Let's look at the Disney chart. You know what the thing is? It's going to take a while. It's going to take a while. This is a turnaround, like I said before. Do I really? Maybe I'll buy 1,000 shares for the fund. I'm not going to deploy. Say this is it. I don't think it's a watershed Disney moment. We're going to buy 8,000, and you know, and I would if it was working, but it's going to take a while. I want to eat up all that buying power. Not that I have a buying power issue, but I don't want to coddle it. PTD, they're probably hedging. Bull bets, Pfizer. They're betting into they're betting into vaccines. Pfizer, I thought about it. I need more. I need more at Pfizer. Merck is the one, as I said. Marna gave it back up after a brief run. That's it. And what else do we have? Screen sharing. Okay, JP Morgan bullish. JP Morgan bullish. FCX, nice move, not in it. Pfizer, the Uzi has stopped firing. Devon, October flow. I looked at it right before I came on, and this is what Coach would say. It's in the right sector. At least I think so. Up a gap, probably as the 200-day magnet, 54.80, 55. Coach probably says something like it's going to 90. It's very aggressive. It keeps me a little out of stocks that way. I appreciate it. But there's Devon taking options load. I'll kill a messenger. Amazon, Fitch, Nevada calls, Intel, KRE, the regional banks. Regional banks. I'd rather pay up. I just feel the same about the regionals as I do about Disney. I'd rather pay up. It's going to take a little bit longer. New share. Let's look at JP and the boys on the chart. JP taking action needs a little bit more. It might be worth it. KRE, like we just saw. Let's look at the other ones. WAL. You know what? WAL, not bad. City, which is the dog still. Let's look at our Wells Fargo, the only one we have in the fund. I did sell some up there. I'm not going to lie. Not interested. KRE, not interested in the banks. Next. WBD, CXW, Intel. There you go, Lexus. They love Intel even more. 37. Let's go to the weekly. Look at the Intel. All right, that's it. Something I got to take even more seriously with the option flow. Now, what type of option flow are they going to? All right. Yesterday's buying, they're rolling. Citibank. Not interested, have you? So that's it for the option flow, gents. Okta hitting a high. Para down lows. Yeti. P10 Energy. Kellogg. Nevada. Okta. That's another chart that acted well. Just like this. This is a perfect chart. Alexis, if you're on here, gap up. Huge gap. Didn't even pull back much. Held the close of that day. Now, if you're smart, new high, you buy stop, new Okta, 86.50 for those a little shy. Maybe it is a little bit extended, but normally this type of situations work. ERT, you suck. IoT doesn't look like going to the racetrack anytime soon now with this IoT up here. All right, no problem. It's up 30%. Apple, TTD, Meta, Shop, trying to keep shaking people out. That was down this morning. Now it's back positive. 2-minute chart on Shop. Right here, tried to make it dip. But you know what? Strong stocks stay strong. And Shop exiting it well now. Amazon, nothing. Moves been made. Affirm still going. Wouldn't short it. Never did. There's difference of shorting stocks. This is a different move. See this affirm, like when it gapped up, like when it goes 16 to a 23 on, maybe like a 1-day wonder. But when it starts doing this, it's their volume. I mean, it is going up in lower and lower volume. So a pullback is expected. But those are different type of trades. Although, what is this VRT? This thing is fucking big. They're taking technology up. Netflix, Tesla, SC, SMCI, AMD. They were told me they begged me to buy you. I saw it not making new lows right at that big day with the volume, held the 200-day, back and filled the 36, not a barn burner. Next, IONQ, FUTU giving any back. The hottest China of the day, maybe. Either day 66. I don't know what I would do. That's probably a game time decision. I'll leave it at that. Everybody okay? TradeGATEHub. Have any questions? Gerard's been quiet. Paul has not been quiet. Pardon. Am I getting streamed from a pub somewhere in England? I hope for like last week. My trade operations are finished. All right. So these are the movers. CTAs are spinning it up a little bit. That's bullish. I told you, hedge funds get cold feet. They sold a lot. That's actually bullish here. There's still a lot of money on the sidelines. Some things are stretched, some things are not. It's back to stock picking. And why? Because if you look at this tactical sentiment, exposure basically in the middle, fear and greed is neutral. Concentrate on stocks. Short PPP Tuesday. I could see why the euphoric maybe gap up. It's a decent plan, Lewis. Decent. There are better trades, but the reason why I would think about PDD is because this one was the first to go up. So as the others start catching up, this might take a little bit more profit taking first. That's all. As a trade. SPGC, AMD, AAOI. Let's look at STX. That hurts. It hurts. It really hurts. I'm upset I don't have any. 5th day up. Western did same thing. Bastard. All right. Somebody's in trouble this holiday weekend. I'm in a bad mood now. AOI, Cisco, NNTX, Twilo. Getting some Twilo fastly, not giving it back. And I'll leave it off with that, okay? Here it is. I'll leave the bigger picture. For those, let's go to most active stocks. I'll leave it here so people can maybe pause it as I talk and leave it off for the weekend. So we're off again, 1,000th time on Monday. You're going to try to fade anything, do HE ripping. Do it in small shares because these, as you can see with technology a little bit stretched, the larger moves, especially in a thinner market, come at the end. You're going to get some of these. STX is freaking flying here across my scanner. There it is. What's going on here? It's probably somebody's final trade, STX. I meant they did a block on the STX. There was the block. Somebody said that's it on the short. Somebody called it quits. I get it, buddy boy. AMD, Nevada. So listen, the things to watch today is it alarming, or rookies may think, whoa, the leaders are giving it back a little bit. Apple's not up that much. Google's negative, Amazon negative, Tesla's negative, and Nevada. You know what? What happens is they're probably just marking them, taking some profits after a nice run. They want to buy some other things to mark them up in the books. What will happen on Tuesday, in my opinion, or what I could see likely, or it's a scenario, is the ones that are negative pop back up, and maybe PDD, fades a little bit, or Tesla pops, or one of those type of situations. It's what I'm thinking. It doesn't mean it's going to happen. It's how I think. SMCI, IoT. I know I was up in this thing right before I came on there and they ripped it on me. VRT. Is VRT a little stretched? Not gonna lie. But it's above the 40 strike price, probably for expiration on this Friday. STX, SS, the Sprint, the old Sprint. has been in the news. I watched that. How about some biotechs for takeover? ACAD, anything? That had a lot of news. The daily ACAD, keep an eye on this one. Am I on the charts? I hope I am, or else I'll get yelled at. ACAD. All right, and I will leave it with the most actives. All right, so with that, thanks for everyone for tuning in. If you missed anything, once again, go back to the Red YouTube channel, at TradeGATEHub. It was a pleasure. We get to do it all again, not only after lunch, but all again on Tuesday. I will be posting Monday because I want everybody to have a plan, and most of my plan is for the week is actually derived on a Monday or the preceding day, usually on a Sunday. So once again, cheers. Stay tuned. Thank you for tuning in. Like us on YouTube and any old social media that you come by. We'd appreciate it. And I'll try to do better the next time.